Huh? Yeah. Well, I just talked to him. I just talked to the kid. I talked to him just before I pulled in here. You know why? Because I stay connected, man. Why ain't you staying connected? Do I look rough on here this morning? Look a little rough this morning, don't I? Well, I got up. I didn't go to the gym, so I didn't take a shower this morning. Because the movement seems to upset my stomach even more. Exercising seems to really aggravate my stomach. So this morning, I laid in the bed, and I'm like, I ain't even coming in today. That's the first thing. I slept in about 6:30, and then I'm like, I ain't even going in today. Then I'm like, what am I going to do? Lay here all day? There ain't no damn way I'm going to do that. So I started saying, you know what? I'm going to feel better. 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 So I'm just going to get up and I'm just going to go. So I'm in here. I may look like shit, but I'm here. Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday. It's the first day of the Masters. First time ever in November, probably, I would guess. Augusti.
You want to go?
Tiger is playing right now. Do I want to go? Maybe. I would like to go. But look, if you're new to the show, I appreciate you getting on here. If you would do me a favor, please share the stream. I'm asking you just to share the stream. Jason, what's up, man? I appreciate you getting on here. Because I'm going to talk about one decision that I've made that's in the process of changing my life. One thing that I've done, and a lot of times I get my ideas from other people. You know, I don't just, I absorb a lot of content. That's what how often do you absorb content? How often do you? If you're watching this, how often do you absorb content? Do you? What kind of is training the only time you absorb content?
No, I watch Bradley videos.
All right. Well, see, you should be getting some ideas from that. So Cardone had this video on Instagram last night. I watched it, and it was talking about the decision I've made to not quit. And he was talking about as he's growing everything in his life, everything that's great. You need to write this shit down. Everything that you ever accomplished that's great, there's probably going to be times where you wanted to quit it. As a matter of fact, there may have been many times you wanted to quit it. So he was talking about how often he's accumulated probably $600 million worth of net worth, somewhere in that neighborhood, maybe 700. And he's talked about always wanting to quit. Why would you want to quit something? Demanding. Tired of it. Ready for something new. Fatigue. Van, your turn.
Oh, gosh.
Pay attention in there.
Stomach issues.
Van?
Why would you want to quit something?
That's right.
Well, everybody took all the answers.
Well, hey, you should always be able to produce an answer.
Because you're tired of it. You want to do something new.
Somebody already said that, didn't they? Here's what makes the most logical sense. You want to quit something because it gets hard and you don't think, hey, I don't think I can keep doing this. Have you ever thought like that? Man, this is too hard. I don't want to keep doing this. So, a lot of times things happen to me because I'm always somewhere trying to expand my thinking. So I watched the video and I'm sitting there like, man, there's so many things what he's saying that I apply to myself now. And the reason why I do this is because of how much time, money, effort I've spent on Cardone products. So last night, I'm in this Zillow group on Facebook. And they were talking about how many people here spend at least $1,000 a month on Zillow.
I saw your little argument. Not your argument.
Well, yeah, it was not...
Your point.
Somebody read what Josh Harold, my contacts are a little blurry.
Family and friends say do what you want or quit because they love you and want the best.
Yeah. Man, if you're ever going to do something great, you're probably going to suck at first. Imagine if you listen to somebody and they tell you to give up on your greatness that's coming. Your greatness comes down the road. I'm 2,500 hours into when I'm going to become great, I feel like. I'm a quarter of the way there. 7,500 more hours to get there. Do you think?
5 hours of what?
Of sales and marketing training, promotion. Mastery. I'm 25% of the way there. I'm looking at the numbers. I'm about 25%. I'm a little over 25% of where I want to get to. We're going to do 150 transactions this year. Let's say the goal was 500 divided by 150. Well, I don't know how to divide. That's 30%. Hey, my analogy kind of makes sense there. But I was in this group page last night, and I was looking at people making responses. I've been where they are, and I did not quit, and I kept pushing. I call this concept of mine the other side. Whenever you start, it's like an arch. Is that what it is? Is that what you would call it, Van? You've seen the drawing, correct? And at first, it might be a little easy. Like your first year in the real estate, it's a little easy for some people. You got friends, you got some deals, you got a little momentum. Then it gets a little harder. And you're like, man, like whenever you're growing a team, you start to invest all this money into the team and the returns. Everybody talks about ROI, man. You need to get off that. You need to quit looking at those kind of, did you see all those comments? I've got a great ROI. Well, I bet all those people in that group are one-man shows. See, it don't make sense for me to do what they're doing. They're probably wanting to do 25, 30 deals. We're wanting to do 20 times what they're doing. Does that make sense? So I said, you know what? I've spent how much was it? $157,000 this year on Zillow leads. And it's about a 10%. It's been about a 10%, what'd I say? No, well, it comes down to that. But, I mean, my return has been about 10% on that. I've made 10% on that. And people are like freaking out over that. How does it make sense to do that? Well, I said, well, hell, it's better than last year. Last year's negative 30,000. Last year, it was negative 30. Well, imagine if I quit. Now, here's my belief. Where's that number going to be in 3 years?
30%.
Could be, couldn't it? Could be. That's my plan. But see, the other thing is when you're expanding, like we're trying to expand, you're going to do things that somebody might say, why are you doing that? The reason why they're saying that is they haven't been exposed enough to big ideas. I'm not satisfied with 150 transactions. People are like, work your sphere, work this, do this. Well, if you're going to grow a team and if you're going to be really, really big, man, hey, thank you for saying that, Nathan. Hey, have you shared this, Nathan? He said he needed this. What do you do? What does Nathan do?
He just started his own detail company.
What kind of detail company?
Vehicle detail.
See, you need to be coming up here, Nathan, and we need to be promoting you. You always need to think about expansion. How can I go somewhere and get somebody to promote me? Hey, even if you were to come, I wouldn't do this, but even if you were to come up here and do it for free, you need to get as many people talking about you as possible. That's your advertising. But here's what I'm going to tell you to do. Don't follow these little bastards that are barely doing any business. Follow the big people. Who are big people? Give me. Well, he is in real estate. Hey, I follow what he's doing. Yeah. I'm sure whenever he started doing this, Gary Ashton was like, this does not make sense in his British accent. Don't sell without I'm sure what he first started doing, this did not make sense, but he had the courage, he had the balls to keep doing it. Look at, I do need to come work out. I'd puke in there right now. I got the stomach virus, and I'm around all the. Hey, they're gonna have it too. Get ready, boys. You're gonna catch what I got. Look at the big companies. Look at Zillow. Look at Uber. You ever heard of Amazon?
Yeah.
That dude went 25 years without making money. He went 25 years without making money. Okay? So I've told y'all my money's going to go down this year considerably. It's off about $100,000 to me.
You're on that Amazon phone.
Well, no, I'm thinking about expansion. I'm thinking about 500 deals. I'm not thinking about maximizing my profit at 150 deals. That ain't enough to get me excited. That don't give me an erection. 500 deals is what's going to get me hard. Okay? That's what my mind is telling me. Whenever they call me up and they're like, "Hey, dude, do you want to buy some more?" Well, maybe. I ain't got no money in my account for it, but yeah, maybe I do need to do it. You know why? You know how I made sense of that? Did we get shut down?
After you said erection, it cut you
Oh.
out.
Are we still going on Facebook?
Yeah.
See, the way I made sense of this was not based off where I am today. I made sense of this off, if I'm going to get to 500 transactions, I'm going to have to be at this number. $15,000 a month ain't going to get us to 500 deals, by the way. What number will?
Probably 25, 30.
Exactly. So the faster I can get to $25,000 or $30,000 a month, the faster we'll get to 500 deals. But people are asking, why are you? I know what they're saying. That's stupid. People get stuck on this return on investment, but they need to understand more things. And I used to be like this until you get exposed to bigger thinkers, like my buddy Nagy. He's been telling me forever about how Zillow is going to take over the world, and I've been like, dude, they don't make any money. He's like, that don't matter. They can go get more money and they can stay in business. And when you're playing the long game and your brand gets this big, imagine what Zillow is going to be like in 5 years. People get stuck and want something right now. And if they can't accomplish it right now, they quit. They give up. I made the decision about 2 years ago, we're going to a much bigger level. And to get to that bigger level, it's going to involve a lot of risk and it's going to involve a lot of sacrifice for me. But my life is going to completely change if we get to 500 deals. Y'all's life will completely change if we get to 500 deals. 200 deals ain't going to get us there. What is Blake Duncan saying?
Quantity or quality? Does your customer service suffer by doing so many deals? Do you do 500 and only get 100 referrals? Do you do 250 deals that guarantee 250 referrals?
Man.
Precision matters. Specificity matters.
I used to think that is a great question that I used to ask. Do you get so big where your customer service suffers? Here's what I found from Cardone: when you're small, your customers already suffer. There's only so much you can do for your customer if you're small. If you get big, you can really help somebody. The bigger we get. Hayden had somebody reach out to him. They wanted to come to Saturday sales training. Have you heard back from them?
I haven't.
But Blake, whenever there's not enough, if there's not enough revenue in here, if there's, how can I help my customer? If there ain't enough revenue, if there just ain't enough coming in, how can you help them? Now we've got plenty of people. That's one thing I've done is we probably have more people than we need right now to help out. Whenever, as a matter of fact, most of our customers have at least, how many people are involved in most of the deals?
At least two.
At least two, but you're not including one person.
I mean, 3, you.
Nope. Get me out of there.
Van.
Nope. Who are the two?
It's usually a senior agent.
It's usually a senior agent with a junior agent with a closing coordinator. There's 3 people. As a matter of fact, our customer service should be improving as we expand. Our relationships, they should get better.
You don't want to be included in any deal?
Well, I want to create a business where I grow the business and I create the business cycle. Y'all run the sales cycle. So here's my point. There's things that you're doing. There's things that you can do. There's people that you're listening to. There's people you shouldn't be listening to. But you need to identify where you want to go. You need to stop listening to feelings. You need to stop tracking in the moment bullshit. You need to create a target. Our target is clear. It's 500 deals. That's where we're going. Everything that we do, every decision that I make is, hey, does this help us? Does this slow us down? Does this get us to our target? That's how I base everything on. And this year, I was willing to take money out of my pocket to get us there. I was willing to sacrifice. Next year, we brought in 4 or 5 new people this year. Brand new people, pretty much. You're brand new. You're brand new. Cowboy, Ashley, Josh, Moon Guy. Is there anybody else? See, I mean, if they get better, that number's going to start multiplying. There's going to be like we're going to have a jump. It's going to go from like 150 to 220 overnight. Like, damn, how'd that happen? And then when there's enough money in there, we want to do things all the time for our clients. They always cost money. You know, the more money that's in there, the more things we can do, the more people we can get around, the more energy we can exchange, the more likely we are to keep building our referrals. But if you look, do we get a lot of referral business, Van? Well,
I think we're getting better, though.
I think we are getting better. But we need to track all those things. We got to track it. I think there's probably more referrals in there than what we're measuring. Maybe. We ought to have a formula for how your business, what I think 50% of our business should somehow be referral business, in my opinion. So, hey, here's what I'm going to tell you. You need to make a decision. You need to make a decision that you're going to hit this new target in your life. And nothing's going to disrupt that. No matter who it is that comes to you, no matter where you are in the process. Because whenever some people are going to help you make sense and justify, you're wasting your time. Over the last couple years, come on out here, Blake. There's been people telling me, dude, what are you doing? They don't know what I know. They don't know. The people that are going to advise you probably don't know enough to really give you good counsel. They can just tell you how they feel about something. They can just take their vision, their ideas, their lack of balls, whatever you want to call it, and then they're going to spew their shit into your business. And they're probably going to be wrong, so don't listen to them. Look at the target. All that matters is the target.